Welcome to On Point Pacific Classic Edition. James might also call it Redemption Edition. Of course, everyone wondering, can Arrogate bounce back? What are your odds that he does?
You know, I'm pretty good. I think he's going to bounce back, but you know, there is a little bit of a concern about the track. You know, how he handles that track at Del Mar. I think you know, it's not only just the San Diego that's a concern. It was that allowance race last year,
Right. Which he did win.
Which he did win, but he broke his maiden by 5 lengths. He won an allowance by 5 lengths. He posted a 1-length, like, workmanlike victory over Cristo. That led him to him going off at almost 12-1 in the Travers. And he didn't even get a triple-digit speed rating. So
in the Del Mar race.
In the Del Mar race.
Of course, the Travers is the fastest rating we've ever given.
Right.
And with the class rating to match, I was looking back, that Travers, based on Brisnet numbers, is probably the best performance we've ever seen based on Brisnet numbers, which started in 1990.
Right. And the thing about that last year, at that time, you know, he led wire to wire in the Travers. I mean, even in that Del Mar allowance, he was forwardly placed from the start. I think that's going to be a key on Saturday, is for him to show a little bit more tactical speed, not be 10 lengths off the pace. I think that Sadler, who trains Accelerant, had made the point that he expects Arrogate to be sitting third, behind Collected and Accelerate in the early going.
Scott Shapiro put out his fair odds line. He had 7 to 5. I would absolutely bet Arrogate at 7 to 5 on Saturday. I don't think we're going to get it.
No chance.
He's even money on the morning line. I would bet him at even money. I'm going to have him at 4 to 5 on my fair odds line. I'm putting you on the spot. I need a price that you would bet him to win.
I would bet him to win, definitely anything over even money, perhaps. You know, if I was to make a win bet, I'm looking at it as more of a watch. But I am rooting for him, because I do think that it's really, if he doesn't run poor, if he runs poorly, I think there's a chance he won't. That's his final race.
Oh, without question.
Yeah,
and I mean, you know, you mentioned some of the concerns about Del Mar. What I go back to is, you know, was this San Diego a fluke? What's the deal? They had media there, 60 minutes. They were there to win that race.
Right.
He was 1 to 20, and I'm less forgiving now. To me, you have the best horse in the world, or at least a horse who's shown he can be the best in the world. I'll bet him at even money. It's a coin flip that he runs back to it, but it was bad.
Yeah.
It was not he got beat. It wasn't his day. He needed one off the layoff, like Scott said, or has said. You know, they could have run a mile and a quarter, which people think he's a mile and a quarter horse. He wasn't winning at a mile and a quarter.
No way.
He wasn't winning at 2 miles. He wasn't winning at 6 furlongs. He was bad.
Yeah, and that's we've seen big upsets before. I think that's like one of the 10 biggest I've seen in my lifetime, I would rank it. But in most of those upsets, horses don't run as poorly as he did. I mean, they run second or third, and, you know, they actually try and give a good effort. He was, you know, Mike Smith eased him through this stretch. He was done by midway point on the far turn. He may have been able to run a little bit better, but not much.
I've seen chatter about how do you not try to get third. I mean, Mike asked him for everything he had on the far turn.
He did, absolutely.
And it was empty. So, but I mean, when you're the best, you get a mulligan, and I'm willing to give him one at the right price. I don't think we're going to get that price. I think he'll be 2 to 5.
Yeah,
so,
see, I do too.
No bet. Like
he's definitely going to be odds on, and I'm playing a multi-race bet. You know, if you're going to use somebody other than Arrogate, I just can't see using Arrogate, Collected, and Accelerate. I want to narrow it down. I want to narrow it down to 2, and the horse that I would use is Accelerate, who, unlike, you know, we're talking about, like, does Arrogate not like the track? Well, Accelerate loves Del Mar. He's 3 for 3 over the track. He won the San Diego by almost 10 lengths. He won a stake race last year. He only has 1 win elsewhere. So, you know, Collected's making his first start at Del Mar. He's a city zip, Johannesburg. You know, I got some questions about him at the mile and a quarter distance, and I would bet Accelerate head-to-head against Collected.
All right. Well, if you were in Vegas, that head-to-head might be offered. So phone it in to a friend who's out there. We'll stick with the mile and a quarter real quick. I know you have a clever thought on the Alabama, which came up huge, missing the leaders of the division in Abel Tasman and some others. But this is a very competitive race. we got some horses trying dirt. We got a late who I like a little bit, showing some signs of life. We got Hollendorfer shipping in. It's a great race, and I know you, like I said, you have a clever thought.
Yeah, I like Unchained Melody. Brian Lynch horse made her stakes debut in the Mother Goose and just schooled him on the front end. Now she's stretching out the 2 turns, 1.25 miles. But I don't think the distance is going to be it's not a serious concern for me. And when I look at the field, there's no other confirmed front running types in there. You have some horses that like to sit up close. To me, she's lone speed. She gets a clear lead early. She's got a chance to steal it.
All right, well, the Queen's Plate winner, Holy Helena, is in there, and I do like her a little bit. To me, looks very professional winning the Queen's Plate. And for a restricted race on Tapeta, the number came back fast, so we'll see what she can do on dirt, but 1.25 miles we know isn't a problem for her. I probably will have her on top, but great race, coast to coast, really starting Friday night with Winks. Friday
Right.
night for us, Saturday over there. So superstars in action this weekend. Check it all out on twinspires.com.